everyone, and welcome back to the CruiseTravelVideos channel. If you are watching this video, then you want to know more about how to travel in an affordable way from Prat Airport in Barcelona to the cruise ship terminal in Port of Barcelona. And I can tell you more about this right now. And let me start by saying that I know how challenging traveling through such a large city can be, but I assure you that it is very easy if you follow the exact steps and pay attention to some details. You arrive in Barcelona on embarkation day, and you only have a little time before going to the port. The easiest option to do a little sightseeing and see the architecture of this beautiful city is to take the transfer bus from the airport. It will take you to the heart of the tourist area of Barcelona, in Plaça de Catalunya, a sign of history at the entrance to the old town and at the beginning of Los Ramblas. During this presentation, you are watching a transfer from Terminal 2, but more on that at the right time. From Prat Airport, you can get to Barcelona in several ways. You can opt for train, metro, taxi, private transfer, other types of cars, or bus. Being the most affordable option, in this clip I will talk about bus routes. I will tell you where the stops are, the opening hours, how long the journey will take, where to buy tickets, or their cost. Knowing these details, you'll be able to decide which is the best option for you and make the right choice for your needs. I must add that usually the affordable option involves some walking and more time, so it might not be for everyone. At the beginning, let me tell you the short version. From Barcelona International Airport, you can reach the cruise port using the bus as follows. TMB public bus followed by another TMB public bus and then the cruise shuttle bus, or Airport Express shuttle bus followed by cruise shuttle bus. Remember, the purpose of this mode of transport is to catch a glimpse of this modernist-style city. Using this mode of transport, the closest you can get to the Port of Barcelona is in the area of the Columbus Monument, from where you will take the Portbus T3 shuttle directly to the cruise ship embarkation terminal. To better understand this, I will divide this clip into 3 parts. So, let's start. Barcelona International Airport has 2 terminals, T1 and T2. For the bus transfer, 2 categories are available. The main public transport, TMB, or the official shuttle service called Aerobus. There are several differences between these 2 that sometimes matter, so I will point out the most relevant ones. Transports Metropolitans de Barcelona, or TMB, operates transfers between the airport and Plaça de España station. Bus number N46 runs during the day and N17 or N18 during the night. These buses depart from the T1 terminal and stop at all other airport stations, including the T2 terminal. It has 11 stops in total. Their final destination is not Plaça de Catalunya, but Plaça España. So when you have reached the final station at Plaça España, to continue the journey to Plaça de Catalunya, you must take another bus, H12 or H16. Although the ticket price is lower, about €2.55, you will have to buy another ticket to get to Plaça de Catalunya, so basically it is not much less than the Aerobus version, which I will tell you about in a few moments. If you are in a hurry from Plaça de España, you can also take the subway directly to the shuttle bus in the Columbus Monument area. But you will lose exactly the purpose of this type of transfer, the direct contact with the atmosphere and the vibration of Barcelona. If you chose this option with the TMB public bus, here are more details. This is Plaça de España and the bus stop where you have to change between the 2 buses to continue the transfer to Plaça de Catalunya near the Los Ramblas Boulevard. As I said, from here, continue with bus number H12 or H16. Here is the entrance to the subway that I mentioned earlier for a more direct but less interesting transfer. Now let's talk about the Aerobus transfer. There is 1 line for each terminal. Line A1 for Terminal T1 and Line A2 for Terminal T2. Both have Plaça de Catalunya as their final destination, and the price for a single trip is €6.75, 11.65 return. Tickets can be bought in advance on the website, mobile app, or from the machines in the station. They are different buses than those of TMB, colored with shades of light and dark blue, and the name Aerobus is written big on the side. They are bigger, with generous luggage racks, and the routes have much fewer stops, similar to to an express bus. Wi-Fi is included and there are USB ports at each seat. This very transfer is now running on the screen, and I recommend it because overall is much more convenient. Once you reach the last stop, Plaça de Catalunya, with either of the two options, Aerobus or TMB, you can continue on foot to the Columbus Monument by walking for about 20 minutes on the iconic Los Ramblas Boulevard. This is the beginning of the street and the entrance to the central pedestrian alley. Continue straight ahead to the south in the direction of Port Vell, about 3/4 of a mile or 1.2 kilometers. Don't forget to let yourself be captivated by the many local attractions as well as the amazing decorations or paintings on the building's facades. In the meanwhile, beware of pickpockets. And to get an even better idea of the distance, this is the designated route, seen from above, that you have to follow on foot from Plaça de Catalunya to the Columbus Monument, then cross into the Barcelona Port area, from where you take the Portbus T3 shuttle directly to the cruise terminal. As I said, this is Barcelona Port. It's the boarding place for the World Trade Center terminals called North and South. In general, posh companies such as Virgin or Oceania dock here. You don't need the bus. Continue on foot to the cable car where the entrances to the terminals are located. All the other companies, such as Royal, NCL, Princess, Costa, Holland, and so on, are docked at one of the 5 terminals based at the Adossat Moll dock, and for which you need the T3 port bus. The cost for an adult is €3 per way, and the transfer takes less than 10 minutes. Now you are watching the transfer with Portbus T3 from the Barcelona Port to the Adossat Moll cruise terminal. It's time to wrap it up. The options I chose were the Aerobus to Plaça de Catalunya, Los Ramblas on foot, and finally the shuttle bus to the terminal. In this way, I did a little sightseeing, I saw some historical buildings, I felt the tourist vibe and bought some souvenirs from the kiosks on Los Ramblas. I walked a little around the tourist port, next to which there is also a mall and even the aquarium. It was worth the effort. I wanted it to be very different than the taxi transfer that costs €40 per way. Compared to the €9.75 per person, the Aerobus plus €3 Portbus, and taking into account that there were 4 of us, I could say that I did not regret the choice I made. Don't get me wrong, on any other day I would have chosen the taxi, but I'm not in beautiful Barcelona on any other day. If you liked it and found it useful, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more cruise and travel videos.